in your blog posts so that you can tag and organize your posts and sort of make it easier to track your learning experience. So the first thing that you need to do in order to create a label gadget is you need to actually use the labels in a post. So in our instructions here, we have a bunch of labels for you to copy. So you can just highlight this. This is your subjects. And you'll need to specialize this a little bit based on the specific subjects you're doing. And you're going to go ahead and create a new post. This will be our first post. And you are going to call the post subjects. And the reason we do this in 2 posts is because you're only allowed a certain number of labels per post, and this is just a nice way of breaking it up. So I've clicked on labels over on the right, and I've used Command V to paste all these labels in. And actually, let me Command Z that, so they're gone now. Let me just Command V it here into the main screen. And this is a chance for you to just review, okay, INS, Lang and Lit. Here you could maybe specify, so for example, if you're doing language and literature English, you might write that. And then language acquisition, you might specify, for example, Spanish, whatever your language is. And then if you're in an older grade and you're not taking music, art, and drama, you might delete the ones that you weren't studying. So you've got this specialized now based on what you're taking, and now you can highlight it, press Command C, and then in the labels, press Command V. So now these are going to appear as labels. You can click Done, and you've got your labels organized for your subjects, so you can click Publish on that. And then we're going to go back to the instructions blog, and we are going to take the labels for approaches to learning. Now, these are not all approaches to learning. Some of them are things related to approaches to learning, such as goals and the learner profile home group. So we're going to go ahead and make a new post, and we're going to call it Approaches to Learning. And we're going to Approaches to Learning. And we're going to paste it in. And if there's, you can just review the list and make sure that that works for you. And then you can go to labels and on the right and press Command V again. There they are. And then you can publish that. So now you've got these 2 posts. And then there's one more, which is grades. And this will allow you to sort your posts by grade. And then you can just put in your grades, grade 8, grade 9. Sorry. Okay, and then you'll just copy and paste that, and I'll put those for you in the instructions. And then go to labels and Command V. So there you go. You've got your labels for your grades. And publish that. So now you've got 3 posts in your blog. And now it's time to go to layout so we can add the gadget. So let us see here in layout. So this is the current layout that we have, and in this particular layout, most of the gadgets are on the left. I already have one labels gadget by default, and I'm going to start by just editing that. Actually, let me just show you in case you don't have it. I go to Add a Gadget. I go to Add a Gadget, and then I'm just going to scroll down a bit. It's not going to be far. Labels, there we go. And I'm going to click plus. And then in this labels one, I'm going to relabel it to subjects. And I'm going to go to selected labels, and I'm going to click edit. And now if I scroll down here, I'm going to go ahead and select none here. And then I'm going to go in and just tick on only those labels that are actually subjects. So here we go. This is a little bit time consuming. Visual art. okay? And then I'm going to click Save. Okay, so now that subject's gadget is here. And then I'm going to click this one and I'm going to add it up here underneath subjects. And I am going to edit this one. So I'm going to click on this edit bar. And this one I'm going to call Approaches to Learning. And selected labels again, edit, select none, and I'm going to select the ATL ones. And of course the first few are easy, but then we need to read through to choose which ones we want. There we go, and then click Save. And then I'm going to add one more gadget, which is going to be grade. And so I'm going to scroll down, add in the labels gadget, change it to grade, selected, and this one's much easier because, well, depending on what grade you're in, if you're in grade 6, you're going to have more. So only select the grades that you're in and that will come later. And you can just go ahead and tick those grades and then save. So now in your blog you've got your gadgets, and we can click on View Blog. And you can see these are the posts that we made. So that's where this will be filled with the posts that you create. And in this particular layout, the sidebar gadgets are accessed by clicking on those menu bars. And you can see here that you've got grade, and then you can click on that. And what that does is that links to any posts that have been tagged with that label. So if we click on design, that would show us any posts that have been labeled with design. And of course, right now, this is the only post that's been labeled with design. But over time, as you build up your blog over the years, you'll be able to click on design and see 5 or 10 blog posts going back into your history at ISPP, so you'll be able to see how you've been growing as a designer. And that is the great advantage of using these labels. So you can look at any post that you label as communicator, and then you'll be able to see how you've been growing as a communicator. You can look when you're in grade 12, you can look back at what you did in grade 8 and see how you've changed since then. Because we're sure you'll change a lot, but then a lot is going to stay the same too. So there you go. That is the use of gadgets. And I'm just going to show you one more trick. And in the gadgets, if we click on edit, you can actually tick this button to show the number of posts per label. And this can be really handy because that way people can see a number before they click on it. So if we just save that, and you can go into subjects, show number of posts per label, save, approaches to learning, show number of posts, save. And now when we view it on the blog, let's just refresh this page. You can see the number of posts that have been labeled with that label, and that can be really handy so that you can, at any time, you can look and see, oh wow, I've done 20 music posts and only 1 INS post. Maybe I should do some more INS posting. Or for approaches to learning, you might find that you're hitting communicator all the time, but you haven't been really hitting self-management. So maybe you want to write a post about self-management. So I highly recommend ticking that box for showing the number of posts with that label. I hope this helps you.